has 8 solo studio albums, and Cowboy Carter was her 8th to debut at number 1 on the Billboard 200 chart. And right now we're going to talk a little bit about that, and we're also going to tell why she's leaving this $200 million home. Let's get into it with a lot of information about a lot of chit chat and gossip. Thank you for joining me. My name is Sister Cerise, and I'm so happy you're here with me. In its first week, can you believe, first week, Cowboy Carter sold 407,000 equivalent album units in the United States. This included 168,000 copies sold as a complete album, 62,000 copies sold on vinyl, and 300,000 million official streams and 7,000 track equivalent albums. This girl is on fire. I have to tell you that for this album, okay, well, of course, the Cowboy Carter album was big because it was the first country album by a black artist to top the Billboard 200 chart, which is a really good feat. She won Album of the Year at the Grammys. And Beyonce is one of the best-selling music artists of all times, with the estimate sales of over 200 million records. Did you know that Cowboy Carter was released March 29th, 2024? Now, not only was she singing on it, but she is the executive producer. Yes. And there's just another thing. She doesn't write all her music. I mean, a lot of artists don't. I'm one of those people that love when an artist writes their own music, like Taylor Swift, Michael Jackson. I mean, all of them do have co-writers and ghostwriters at certain times in their life. But there are those artists that can whip up a song overnight. Now, here's a little fun fact about me. I used to be in a singing group with my 2 sisters, my 2 baby sisters. Well, they're not babies any longer. They're younger. And we used to write our own songs, and we were pretty good. And I am still a writer till this day, not necessarily of songs, but I do write books. And, you know, writing is a very special thing to my heart. So when an artist does their own writing, I love it. But Beyonce does do a lot of other things, so hang on, you Beehive fans. I do love the fact that she can just throw down and perform like the old style Cher back in the day. If you remember Cher, you may be a little young if you're listening to this because you may not really know who Cher is, but I don't know who wouldn't know who Cher is. And if you don't know, and now you know, and you should go online and look her up, Cher. Cher used to throw down. Tina Turner used to throw down. Oh my gosh, there used to be some good artists back in the day. Now, of course, they're before my time as well. I'm not a person. I'm 53. I might as well just tell you how old I am. But at the same time, I wasn't really in the age group of the Aretha Franklins and, you know, the Tina Turners and all that. I was more in this age group. Beyonce, when I started to see her go out and she's singing with Destiny's Child, I was like, there's something special going on here. There's something really cool happening with Destiny's Child. But then all of a sudden, bam, she blew out and she went off on her own. And sometimes you just have to make those decisions. Sometimes you gotta go out on your own. Even if you have a whole entire group together and you're making good money and people are really enjoying you, sometimes when you know that you are the one holding everything together, it's maybe time for you to just break out and go out on your own. So don't let anyone hold you back in life. If you know that you're doing something, at times you don't need anyone except yourself. Now, of course, if other people want to work with you, definitely collaborate. That's my tidbit of advice for you today. Now, you know, if you know me, you know I like to do the signs and talk about astrology every now and again. I mean, I believe more in God than I do in the astrology, but there is something to be said about where the sun was when you were born. Beyonce is a Virgo. And Virgos are very dedicated to their work. They also say that Virgos are perfectionists. They have high standards and desire to make things better. You can tell, again, in her performances that she is a perfectionist, especially when that fan is blowing on her and the fan goes off and she's singing and she's like, put the fan on me, put the fan on me. Right away, she's like, put that fan back on me. Someone's making a mistake. Now, another thing about these Virgos is they're very analytical. They're compassionate. And I think to myself, compassionate. I wonder how compassionate she is feeling right now towards her hubby, Jay-Z, with everything that he's going through right now with P. Diddy. Oh my gosh. She's probably just like, get me up out of her. And that is exactly why she's leaving her $200 million home. Because she is getting up out of America. Yeah, she's leaving. She's leaving America, but this is why 43-year-old Beyonce will be leaving her Paradise Cove, her family, and her home where she resides with Jay-Z and her 3 children. Her 3 children, just in case you don't know, Blue Ivy, Rumi, and Sir, because she's going to be doing a summertime Texas Hold'em concert. She's going to be packing her bags to go to Europe to do the European leg of her 2025 Cowboy Carter tour. It makes me think she must be just so happy to get up and get out. She won the album of the year. She's feeling great. I mean, look, they overlooked her for 4 years straight. But last year when they overlooked her, well, that's what Jay-Z was saying. He put out a tantrum after the Grammys, just like Kanye West, who is trending right now. Make sure you check out my video on Kanye West and all of his ex tweets. Anyway, when Kanye West did his tantrum, when Taylor Swift was 17 years old and won her first Grammy, he's like, that is not for you. That's for Beyonce. He got on the stage and he's so unpredictable, but that's okay because he's barred now from doing any type of performances with the Grammys because they are so concerned about his behavior online. Now, another thing. When Jay-Z did his little tantrum last year saying that they're overlooking Beyonce, blah, 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 and she's doing her best to be this great artist, I'm sure she is. But now look what they did. They got Taylor Swift to give her the award. Could you imagine how that came full circle? Kanye West took the award from Taylor Swift when she was only 17 years old to give it to Beyonce, and then she was overlooked for a lot of years, but for the last 4 years she was totally overlooked. Beyonce was. I'm not talking about Taylor Swift. And then they said, come on, Taylor Swift, you can give this to Beyonce. Now, I really don't know why they chose Taylor Swift to do it, but I gotta tell you, Taylor Swift is a pretty good camper for wanting to even get involved and do something like that, because she doesn't need to be on that stage handing any award to anyone. But you know what? She's sharing the proceeds and she's like, all right, cool. She didn't have an album this year, so what's her problem? None. She's just like, I can't say no, otherwise I'll look like I'm hating. So she put on her best pretty red dress and she went and gave the gift of award to Beyonce. Now Beyonce's gone. She's like, listen, summertime, I'm leaving this home and I am heading out and I am going to Europe. I'm pretty sure she's going to have an amazing time. And not only that, she's going to probably get away from all the controversy that is about to hit the fan after the Diddy trial, because the Diddy trial starts in May. I don't know. It's kind of soon, don't you think? They may hold it over. I don't know. I can't believe that he decided to go for a speedy trial. I guess he wanted the prosecutors to make sure they have their ducks in a row. But you know what? They're not going to play around. They haven't let him out of prison in all this time. they're not going to play around. They have footage and they have people that are going to say certain things. Now, Jay-Z somehow has made his way out of the news after he made his way in the news with that 13-year-old, but somehow it's just not trending any longer and things are quiet. But as soon as I hear anything, I will make sure I let you guys know, because just like this information right here is trending, it's interesting how Beyonce is just like, let my hair down and go tour and let me go get my life done. She had her kids and she did what she had to get done. She just wants to focus on music. That's what she is. She knows what she's good at and she does her best doing it. Now, Beehive fans, you gotta let me know in the comments below what your favorite Beyonce song is. And also, let me know if you think her marriage with Jay-Z is going to last, because that's something that I always wondered. Many years ago, when I used to do readings on the radio in Toronto, I read that they were not going to last in paradise for a long time, but they seem to be lasting. So that's surprising me because it's not in the cards. Now it looks like it's unfolding, and that prediction that I made looks like it is coming to fruition. Will Beyonce stay with Jay-Z forever? What do you think? I think Jay-Z is really aware right now that he may be losing his wife. And his wife is like, I don't know what to do with you, boy. I'm just going to take this cowboy and ride off in the distance. If she gets herself a cowboy. But for now, she's a lone ranger and she's just a cowgirl about to go off to Europe. Let's see what the future holds. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Sister Cerise. I love spending time with you. Please go ahead and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button so I know that you enjoyed the video, and YouTube will know as well. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, because when you hit that bell, you'll be notified when I upload another video. I upload random gossip information throughout the day, and I always focus on the trending stories. But every now and again, I will throw in something that's not trending, but may be interesting. I'm thinking right now, I might talk about Rihanna. What do you think? Maybe Amy Winehouse? I don't know. In the comments below, tell me who you would like to know more about. All right, guys, be good to yourself out there because you deserve it. I love you.